Hello, everyone. I am Maria, Community Manager at Advanced Hospitality Technologies, and I am joined by my colleague Kazim, Assistant Marketing and Research Analytics. Our guest today is Bruce Jordan, Managing Partner at Hotel Guest Management. He has over 20 years of hotel experience, worked for brands like IHG Corporate, Hyatt, and many more. He is a renowned social media influencer in hospitality industry and hosting a show, Hotel Guest Management Do's and Don'ts. Welcome, Bruce.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm over actually on property right now, visiting one of my properties.
No problem, and thank you for being here today.
Always
Thank
working,
you.
Bruce.
Appreciate it.
Always working.
Yeah, it never stops. It never stops. Let me tell you, I'm still trying to figure out how I do it.
Oh, that's perfectly fair
This
enough.
is the job.
Less sleep, more work.
It's all
That
about
is
the
the dream.
passion.
For sure. For sure.
Okay, Bruce, in our show, we will ask you some questions so the audience can benefit from experience and get to know better. We will ask you about your professional journey and would love to know about your viewpoint on technology in the hospitality industry. So
Well,
we, uh-huh.
go ahead. Go ahead.
So we love to know about yourself, your professional journey, what motivates you to choose the hospitality industry, and what challenges did you face in your professional life?
Well, well, I my career started off at a small 300 room Hyatt that happened to have a lot of meeting room space, and they did a lot of revenue. I actually started out as a temp, doing accounts payables and accounts receivables, and within a year, I was the manager of that department. It was a really long journey because it's difficult to really get in the department that fits you the best. The good thing about the hotel industry is like there's so many departments, like you don't stay stuck in one, at least not for long. You can pretty much do anything. And after that, I decided to try my hand at corporate office. Actually, corporate office had contacted me. They heard about me, so I was over there for a while. And then after that, I just said, you know what, I got to get back in the field because it was I mean, corporate office was nice and cushy and sweet, and they had things like quiet rooms. I'm like, a quiet room? What's a quiet room? I don't have time to be quiet. I have too much to do. And some of the challenges that I faced in this industry is just dealing with the wrong owners. It's owners can be difficult to deal with at times. Some of them were just never happy no matter what you do. So I had to learn early on that if I'm looking for accolades and praise, I can't depend on owners and managers to give it to me. I have to get it from the guests, because at the end of the day, the guest is the boss. So
That's so true. The guest is the boss. So let's talk about your amazing show by the name of Hotel Guest Management, Do's and Don'ts, where you invite owners, influencers, and leaders from the hospitality industry. So can you tell us more about it and what's the main objective for organizing this show? Like, how did you get an idea to start this show?
well, it actually wasn't my idea. It was my girlfriend's idea at the time, and
Okay.
she was like, hey, we were, I think, was watching Hotel Impossible or one of those shows, and I was like, man, I wonder how come I don't have a show like this. Yeah, I have a
Mm-hmm.
bald head. I qualify. And so after that, we was inside of a hotel. I do a lot of research
Mm-hmm.
about my competition. So I usually stay inside the hotels to see what's going on and see what they're doing, see what's working, see what's not working. And she said, we should film this. And sure
Mm-hmm.
enough, we went ahead and we started filming. And after that, the rest was history. We're about to go into season 4.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that. Well, we know, like, we all know, Bruce, you were in the top 25 social media hospitality influencer in 2021. So, how was you feeling when you get listed?
I was actually surprised because we do what we do because we love what we do. To actually get recognized for your efforts, that was amazing for me. So when I see my name on the list, I'm like, whoa, hold on,
Yeah.
watch out now. Someone's watching me.
Perfect, perfect. Like, thank you. And here you go, Kazim.
Bruce, so I wanted to talk about business with you. You are well known, and your expertise lies in revenue management in the hospitality industry. So, if you were to give advice to the modern hoteliers, especially in these times, what would be your advice for them to increase their revenue and manage their revenues properly?
Well, the good thing about revenue management, especially in the hospitality industry, is that everybody does the same thing. Okay, so the number one thing should focus on is how to counter what everybody does. For instance, when everyone's about to be oversold, the first thing they do is they take their are about to be sold out. The first thing they do is they take their listings down. They remove themselves from the OTAs, so this way they get more direct bookings directly, so they won't have to pay the commission. Me, I do the complete opposite. I increase my price and keep myself on the OTA because a lot of times what ends up happening is that they get the wrong date. So when you take yourself down, you're eliminating them from making other reservations. And the other side of the coin is I want to pay the commission. I just have to add the commission into my rate. So if I want a rate of 350, I'm going to increase my rate by whatever that commission is, and then go ahead and pay it. So this way, I still keep my marketing. I still get seen, while the other hotels they're not being seen because they didn't set their property down.
So, to extend that, Bruce, how much do you think technology plays a part in increasing a hotel's revenue?
Everything, because right now when you're having labor issues and labor shortages, you have to really rely on technology more, because you do not have the labor or the people that you can rely on. The employee from 2019 is very different from 2022. So you have to really like I use a lot of different programs here at my properties because I have to decrease my staff, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to hire more people. And then there's the training and everything else that goes into that. So the turnover rate is a lot higher because most people they're not making it the 2 3 weeks. Usually you used to get like 2 3 4 5 months or a year out of them. Now they're lasting like 2 3 weeks. So you have to rely on technology to supplement the workforce that you don't have.
So, in the last 3 to 4 years, we have seen a sudden surge of application of technology in the hospitality industry. But at the same time, we are seeing these new technologies that are being applied in other industries like virtual reality and augmented reality and AI based products. We have seen some implementation of these kind of products at a pilot based level in different hotels. But do you think these technologies are going to be a big part of hospitality industry in the near future?
Well, AI is still in the development phase. So they haven't perfected AI just yet. So I think it's going to be a little while before that happens. But after that, of course, everything else you'll see a lot more of. Like you're going to see a lot of people start using self-checking is going to be mandatory within the next 5 years. Front office is going to be virtual. So yeah, that's going to be like a work from home position by the time you're finished. So you're going to see a lot of changes coming down the pipeline.
Because my specifically what I wanted to ask was they have tried to implement these digital concierge in the form of a automated software or a robot like Hilton tried with Connie. So do you think it's like a sort of trend that's happening right now, or is it sustainable, or is it actually going to happen in the hospitality industry?
It's going to be more sustainable once it's perfected. They're still in the development phase because just like any AI or any bots, you have to get a database of all the questions because people ask questions differently. So that's what you're going to be seeing is you're going to see them development and updated as they go along.
So I guess Maria has another question for you.
Yeah, I mean, thank you for your insight about technology because it is very helpful for us. So let's put some light on events and conferences. We would like to know your opinion regarding hospitality conferences and events. Can you name it any hospitality conferences you prefer to visit and want to participate in as a keynote speaker?
Well, as far as the conferences that I participated as a keynote speaker for the for IHI. That was a really good one.
Yeah.
I usually try to go to a holocon as much as I can. And of course, my number one commerce that I love the most is Craig Sullivan's Click. So I try to make
Mm-hmm.
sure I go to that conference every year. Craig Sullivan has an amazing, which is the California Lodging Association It's an investment conference. So yeah, Click is amazing.
Oh, that's very perfect. And basically, we really appreciate your advice you would like to give to young professionals who want to become social media influencer like Bruce Jordan.
Get some really good
Yeah.
camera equipment.
No, not
And
really.
some great audio.
No, we really want to know it. I mean, our audience would like to know about it. It's your advice, Bruce.
Yeah, yeah.
They should
I
know
mean,
how much dedicated you have to be for in this industry.
it it's a lot of work. So it can be a full-time job at times. So try if you can, don't go at it alone in the beginning. Start off with trying to get a team together to edit the content and get all the posts and everything because it's very, very time consuming. The second thing is stick with one topic and then expand. Stick with what you know about first, that you know the best about. So
Yeah.
for me, it was marketing and revenue. For
Mm-hmm.
other people, maybe accounting. For other people, maybe
Mm-hmm.
human resources. Stick with that one
Mm-hmm.
topic, build that
Mm-hmm.
audience around there, and then expand.
Oh, that's very impressive, and thank you for sharing it. And besides this, we discuss
Maria, I would
about,
like to ask another
yeah.
question if you don't mind. I would like to jump in.
Sure.
Bruce,
No,
because you
not
have
please,
worked
please
across
proceed.
Bruce, because you have worked across different groups. You have worked for Hyatt, you have worked for IAG, you have worked for Wyndham as well. Do you think that the hospitality in general has basic foundation and structure? They are similar, or all of these groups have very different approach toward hospitality?
Now they all copy each other, even when it comes to building designs. Like when I see a building design for like a Wyndham property, I would see that same design for like a Best Western. Like, and this is a new build, so they're all very similar. Some of the interior design may be a little different, but for the most part, they're in structure and SOPs and policies and everything else. A lot of them tend to copy each other. One, they're doing it because the other guy is doing it.
Thanks, Bruce. I really wanted to ask that question because we see all these different brands and sub brands projecting different values for the customers, which is understandable because they're targeting different customers for different brand. But we, as people of this industry, we just wanted to know if the basic, workings of this industry is similar across the board. Now, you are obviously the perfect person for this because you have worked across different kind of organizations in this industry, and now you are part of another thing. Another thing you mentioned on your LinkedIn profile was certain steps that you made a property to increase their revenues. So how do you think the hoteliers, especially small independent hotels, are lacking, or what mistakes they are making in managing their revenues?
The number one thing is that they're not looking at them close enough. They're not seeing what's happening. They're not keeping up with the events that's going on in town. They don't target funeral homes. They don't target wedding event planners. So when you don't target that in your marketing, you're not going to see that rise and increase in revenue like you should. Another thing is they don't know how to run their campaigns. They don't know how to structure their Facebook campaigns. They don't know how to use YouTube. Video is the number one most important thing for hotels right now, and most hotels don't even have one. So they're always going to be on the losing end when it comes to what people are looking for because people are going to research you before they book you. If they can't find anything on you, and the competition has much more stuff than everybody else, they're usually the ones that's going to win. So they kill themselves by not getting enough content. We live in a content world. So when you don't have any content, the hotel that does, are they're usually going to win.
Thanks, Bruce. Maya, you can ask your question now.
Yeah, well, I mean, I must say we really appreciate the way you share your industry experiences with us. So let's talk about your interests, your hobbies, and how do you spend your free time with your family and friends?
Well, I tend to travel a lot, so that's one of my interests that I spend my family and friends. Is usually we travel a lot. My hobbies is videography,
Mhm.
and for my wife is photography.
Oh,
So we make an amazing team.
yeah, family team. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. But it gets pretty expensive because you're trying to buy a new camera, a new lens every month. I'm like, whoa, hold on, slow down.
It's better to
So
pay
yeah,
the wife, right?
that's right, that's right. Let me tell you.
You are so genius, Bruce. So, and one more thing, can you please name some hospitality professional that inspired you and help you achieve your goal in your professional life?
Oh yeah, well, one of the number one people that inspired me was definitely Steve Porter when I was at IHG. He was the CEO at that time, and of course my mentors in the social media space for hotels is Craig Sullivan and Glenn Hausman. They're my mentors. They helped me out a lot along the way, and I always make sure that I let them know how much I appreciate them.
Oh, very impressive, Bruce. And that's it for today, guys. This is where we end our conversation with Bruce. It was a wonderful pleasure to have you here. To be honest, it was an amazing experience while talking to you. Till next time, take care, everybody.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.